Also, an angle that is 18-2 that factored into play yesterday by the end with the betting markets, and it factors in again today. The LA Angels 18-2.
Wow.
As an away favorite when the line is between minus 130 and minus 190. There's been a bunch of Angels money today. You can still find minus 185s out there without any
Trevor
problem.
Cahill.
Isn't that insane?
You're kidding me.
I was saying that this might be like you will never see Trevor Cahill laying $1.80 or more on the road ever again.
His barrel percentage is obscene this year. It's like almost 10%.
Which speaks volumes about Dan Straley.
Oh, yeah.
It also speaks volumes about why that game's taking a whole bunch of over money. At open 10, it's sitting 11 right now.
It was a game I considered playing over first five innings, but even that was too high. All right, let's bring in Kelly Stewart at Kelly in Vegas. So hanging out with Shaq and Chuck on TNT, pretty good, huh? Pretty good.
Yeah, that was really a fun segment. If you guys haven't heard, I joined the Bleacher Report family down at Caesars, and so that was their way of kind of introducing me. So it was a really fun segment. I won your favorite spot after videos on Wednesday's Big Chicken. But we'll see if Shaq actually pays, or I'm sorry, we'll see if Chuck actually pays up, and it just so happens to be Shaq's restaurant.
What was the bet you won?
Yeah, you're beating wagers. What do you got?
Yeah, so basically, I liked the Nuggets already, and if you watch the show, you know that Chuck's been really high on the Trailblazers. So I thought I could get him to take the bait on Trailblazers +4 the other night, and sure enough, he did. I even gave him 4.5. So it was awesome. Nuggets just ran away with that one.
So you won chicken?
Well, yeah. So the funny thing was, I was going to bet him a steak dinner, but in the intro, Shaq brought up, we were talking about Vegas, and everybody had to give their Vegas plug, and he's like, yeah, I own a restaurant called Big Chicken. And I said, yeah, we go there a lot after videos, and I said, Chuck, you want to bet me lunch at Big Chicken next time you're in Vegas? So that was the bet. So pretty excited. Maybe I'll go get to Sir Charles next time I'm there.
Nice going.
So when are you going to be on again, or was that just a one-shot deal?
It looks like, I was supposed to be on Monday, but because the Eastern Conference Finals got pushed back, looks like Wednesday night will be the next time I'm on the show. So really exciting. Anytime you get to go on with real celebrities, life's pretty good.
And you're doing it from right here in Vegas, correct? Yep.
So, yeah, the Bleacher Report built a new studio at Caesars Palace. So it was really awesome. I was actually just down there for the last few hours doing some screen tests, trying to figure out who is going to be my new host. Because I'm going to kind of do a couple different roles, analyst / host / betting, we'll call it insider. I didn't want to use the name expert. I sometimes don't mind it, but I think providing insight to me is more valuable than actual picks for what we're trying to do with that show.
There you go. All right. Any more you can tell us about that? When it's going to start, stuff like that?
So hopefully we have everything hit the ground running football season. Right now it's a lot of preliminary stuff, get through the NBA playoffs. Not going to do a lot with baseball, as you guys know. I need all the help from the Wager Talk guys just to get through baseball season as it is for all my other hits. So kind of just one of those things where we're kind of feeling out the kinks, right? Like the studio's halfway done. It looks awesome. The graphics look awesome. And just really excited to see, what the future holds with that space.
All right. Meantime, we got a big basketball game tonight. I mean, this is a really big game. The series could end tonight if the Warriors go on the road and win at Houston. We know this is going to be a monster betting game, an absolute monster betting game. What are you hearing around town as to where the money is, and any thoughts yourself?
So when I was down at Caesars, I walked in this morning at 10, and it was 7.5. And I looked up maybe 30 minutes later, and it was 7. And I go, I wondered if somebody was going to gobble up all those 7.5. I'm not sure what to make of this team without Kevin Durant. Is the market overreacting? I mean, I think Durant's worth 4.5 points. I think that's right. But then you look how the Warriors controlled the fourth quarter of Game 5 without Durant. I think, I have concerns with this Warriors team getting past the series. I like the Rockets here, but I don't know if I'm quite willing to lay 7 here with this Rockets team. I think they will get the win. I do think they'll force a Game 7. They've been great against the spread and straight up at home since the All-Star break. Man, you're paying a premium for the Warriors at times, but I'm kind of concerned about this. I like the Rockets first half. I think it's the better play. I think the Rockets are going to come out strong at home. I think we're going to see a big game from James Harden, and some of the bench players are going to step up, but I don't think I can lay 7 points tonight.
That's funny because I haven't bet it. I might. The bet I liked was Rockets first quarter.
Ooh.
That's like I think they can win it by a basket in the first quarter. They should be. I know the Warriors are going to be fired up to show they can win without Durant, but this crowd's going to be nuts tonight, and I think Houston's going to come out roaring.
Yeah, I mean, I do too. I think we're going to see. I think they kind of, like as I mentioned, that fourth quarter of the last game, James Harden was gone.
Yeah, I know.
We didn't see anything from him, and so I really do think we will see. I mean, 60. I'm looking right now. 64% of the cash is on the Rockets, but 61% of the tickets are on the Warriors. Like I said, I don't blame somebody for gobbling up that 7.5. Maybe they're looking for a middle. Maybe they bet Rockets money line. I'm not betting Rockets money line. I don't lay juice like that. But man, this is going to be a really great game. I'm excited to watch.
Yeah, everybody's excited to watch and bet it. And at the same time, when we think about Durant being worth 4.5 points, and we had an interesting discussion with Chuck Esposito earlier in the show about how much players are worth and how the markets are viewing players when they're hurt. It's not about that player; it's about his replacement.
Yeah. Right.
It's not, I mean, it obviously has something to do with the player, but it's the differential between that guy and the guy that's going to get his minutes. And this is a Warriors team that has used their starters far more through the first 2 rounds of this postseason than they have in any previous postseason run. They spent the money to get DeMarcus Cousins, which legitimately weakened their bench, and this is the consequence of that now. And Cousins out, Durant out.
And they're not playing Bogut at all. So
and Draymond
and they're
Green,
playing every other game. Yeah. And every other day. They haven't had the extra time to rest. I'm sorry, Kelly, I didn't mean to cut you off there. What were you saying?
No, you're good. But you're absolutely right. We've seen nothing from Draymond Green. We know.
Well, he had a pretty big 3 the other night. I mean, I thought that 3 was the difference in the game when Green hit the 3 and just.
You're right. I shouldn't say he's been completely absent. I just think this has just been an off year for him, and it started with the drama with KD, and he never really fully hit his stride, in my personal opinion.
I need to switch topics here because you reacted to a conversation, the show that follows us on the weekdays here on The Sports Leader is Cofield and Company. And I guess they got into a discussion involving shrieking kids on flights. Now, you've had a lot of recent experience flying, and you apparently found this conversation really hilarious. And I want to know what your stance is on shrieking kids on flights.
Listen, I hopefully never have to be in that situation where I'm a parent with a child that is absolutely losing their mind on an airplane flight. So I do feel for those people. I'm going to say that right now. I would be mortified. When you're in a restaurant and your kid's misbehaving, you can take them outside. When you're on an airplane, not so much. And, it's got to be a tough
really?
situation. It's got to be a tough situation. I feel bad for those parents, but Cofield, I think, hit the nail on the head. It was hilarious. And he's absolutely right. Like, we should have, like, a child section, like, in the back of the plane or in the front of the plane, just away from all the other people. I mean, I've been on a plane where my headphones were dead because now we don't plug headphones into phones anymore. They're all Bluetooth, and they've been dead, and I'm scrambling, paying $10 to the flight attendant going, please let me buy your crappy headphones just to block out half of this, It's not a fun experience for anyone, but his banter with Adam Hill was hilarious. It's true. It's what we're all thinking. Whether or not it's your kid is the difference maker, right?
I like the idea of the children's section and would prefer it to be in the terminal someplace. Okay.
I think it's great. Listen, I've been to fine dining restaurants where parents have, their kids with headphones on and iPads. And while I disagree with that, I think you should just leave them at home. It's better than them throwing a fit or misbehaving while I'm trying to enjoy my nice dinner.
Oh, 100. Yeah, look, on the flights, obviously, there's not much you can do about it. In restaurants, it does drive me nuts.
Yeah, but
it just drives me nuts.
You're not a dad, and she's not a mom.
No, okay, but I was a kid. No, I was a kid.
And as a dad, I'm telling you.
Hold on. When I was a kid, I never even got into a restaurant until I was like 6 or 7 years old. I'd never been in one. You know why? Because kids don't belong in adult restaurants.
Exactly.
That's as simple as that.
David's the nail on the head. Yeah. I mean, there are some exceptions to the rule. There are some extremely well-behaved children.
I wasn't one of them.
I definitely wasn't one of them.
No, neither was I. All right, well, neither was I. Now, what about dogs? You were complaining. Was there some kind of a complaint with where Coco in Vegas had to be on the plane or something like that?
So, No, it was funny because somebody brought up Mrs. Golf Odds, Jeff Sherman's wife, brought up like dogs on planes and stuff like that. And I said, listen, I had Coco registered as a service dog. Why? Because it's a loophole and it may be terrible, and people can tell me what a terrible person I am for it because I've been told that. So that she could fly with me. Obviously, she's given some health issues, so I don't take her on planes unless it's an absolute emergency. But right after she and I had flown to Montana to visit my dad, it's when the United people supposedly recommended this lady put her dog in the overhead bin. And now all squish-faced dogs, pugs, Boston Terriers, Frenchies, any dogs that have a brachycephalic breed so they can't breathe very well are just basically banned from like half the airlines in the country now. So she can't even fly, period, anymore because of, people's stupidity. And I said, maybe we should just put the kids in the overhead bins.
You're talking about that dog that's a star on Showtime, right?
Yeah, that dog.
There were several dogs in that show, but I like Coco the best.
Sure,
No question
Coco's
about
the star, man.
All right, Kelly. Great stuff as always. Lots of fun. Enjoy the game tonight.
Thank you, guys. Have a great weekend.
Follow Kelly Stewart on Twitter at Kelly in Vegas. We will come back and we'll give our final thoughts on tonight's marquee matchup between the Warriors and Rockets next.
The Las Vegas Sports Line.
I'm with Cliff Miller from MJ Christensen, and I want to talk about pre-owned Rolexes.
We can locate it. We can bring it in. We can save you money. So it behooves you to come by MJ today and look at some of the most wonderful pre-owned Rolexes and all other brands that you can imagine and save money.
And it comes with the pedigree because you've got the papers.
We've got the box. We've got the papers. We've got a 1-year warranty. You can't beat these deals.
MJ Christensen, located at Boca Park. Follow us on Facebook for exclusive offers.
What's hot today? It's time for the Wager Talk marquee matchup of the night. WagerTalk.com. Start winning now.
Well, let's see. I think we'll talk about the Warriors and Rockets, Game 6. This is going to be a massive volume game, and there's nothing up against it except baseball tonight. So this is going to be a huge audience game as well. I talked about mine before the break. We were talking with Kelly. And I can see the Rockets early in this game. I don't know about laying that kind of a number full game, but I like them early. So first quarter to me, that's not a bad bet.
Yeah, I mean, I've got Rockets on the series at plus 500 in my pocket.
Okay.
So I'm holding that. I'm not hedging against it. I didn't pay any Golden State on the money line tonight. I'm interested in this total, which has been, it opened as low as 210. 212 was really the broad market opener. It's sitting as high as 215 right now. Game 5 was a sluggish pace.
Yes.
Neither team at this stage of the series is going to be able to do much offensively that the other team's not going to be prepared for. You see the game as the series, games 4, games 5, game 6, they tend to slog down.
And here's the other thing is that the Rockets, the Warriors don't have any depth, so that, it would behoove them maybe to not go at a breakneck pace. And Chris Paul looks like, I don't know, he's more effective selling insurance than he is on the basketball court right now. I mean, he's just not playing that well, and that bogs down the Houston offense a bit.
100%. I mean, the Rockets offense is a lot of James Harden dribbling around for a while and then jacking up a jumper, and he's really good at it.
Sure.
And Eric Gordon saved them. He saved them multiple times
fantastic
in this series. His ability to get to the hole and his ability to drain threes. But Gordon's going to have a big game tonight. At the same time, Golden State's lack of depth really worries me. If they get smacked in the mouth, just Kurt, just sit everybody. And I know I don't want the plus 7.
What you do want is opinions from some of the sharpest handicappers on the planet right now, available at Wager Talk. A lot of guys going very well right now in various sports.
Yourself included, mister.
Baseball's knock on some wood someplace. I'm on one of my runs right now in baseball, so hopefully it'll continue for a while. And got a good play up tonight. We'll see if it gets there. I think we're done. All right.
We have a minute left.
Yeah, okay. Time for our Lions Physical Therapy Play of the Day.
It's the LPT Play of the Day. Tonight's best bet from Lions Physical Therapy. Your 5-star rated specialists.
And some exciting news from John Lyons. They're opening another facility. And it's going to be a Southwest version. It's going to be in the Durango-Russell area. I will get the exact address next week. In fact, we'll probably have John come in and maybe talk a little PGA tournament because he's a pretty good golfer and has been around the links and maybe has some good thoughts for us on the PGA. Play of the day, let's each give one. I'll give the Rockets first quarter tonight.
And I'll take the under in that game. As ugly as that, as hard as that makes it to watch, I don't see them getting to 215.
All right, that's going to do it for this week's editions of the Las Vegas Sportsline. Good stuff today. Thanks to Chuck Esposito from Sunset Station Casinos. Thanks to Kelly Stewart at